Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming out tonight to our stewardship party. I just want to thank everybody for being here and truly showing what makes our church in celebrating our time, talents, and treasures. So a few other thank yous I'd like to make are, I'd first like to thank the stewardship team. I knew that they're going to have to stand up too. I knew that when I spoke to Luke last fall and Linda Thompson called me and said, we're going to do stewardship. And I'm like, no. I'm not really one of those who's like, calling and asking people for money. But when Luke said we wanted to throw a party, I'm like, that I can do. And so knowing that we'd have to put together a team of people, working with Robin on the search team, I'm like, fellowship. So Robin Taylor and Joe Lobel is our representative from the board, and they're kind of a package deal, so I highly recommend the 2-for-1. Richard Harrell, I think, were you on stewardship last year? Yes, and so he was our consistency from year to year. Jody Edmondson, where's Jody? Oh, there she is over there. So Jody was another good addition, and having 2 English people is very helpful on any committee with Jody and Robin, because then everything gets proofed multiple times. So thank you for that. And Margot Stick, where's Margot? Oh, in the back. So anybody who knows Margot knows that she can plan food for 150 people. So thank her for making sure that we had enough and didn't run out. I hope. I didn't hear. Everybody's full, right? Got lots of treats? Okay. So thank you to that amazing team. And there's also, of course, people who helped make food and set up food, and the little kitchen mice, like the figurative ones, not the literal ones, who were very helpful on that. And everyone who showed off their baking talents or their stopping by Hy-Vee on their way to church talents and bringing the sweet treats tonight, that is really, everything tonight shows what happens when we all work together and what a great congregation we are and a great community. So let's give everybody a huge round of applause. So I am going to kick off the night right away with our first drawing for a pair of socks and a cookbook. It's a 2-for-1. Anybody who hasn't seen the socks yet, they go with everything. You get a clean pair, not you don't want these. So, and we did split up households, so like you may have to arm wrestle your significant other over one. Dave, will you do the honors for the first one?
Derek Robertson.
All right. Oh, and I should say, you need not be present to win, because there are some early birds who got their pledge forms in before they went on a vacation or had to be out of town or at some other event, so we'll save Derek's for him.
What size socks?
One size fits most. One more.
Steve Smith.
Ooh, Steve Smith. Thank you. Do you want him now or? Okay. Oh, we'll get him for you later. And just so everybody knows, at the after the drawing, after everybody was drawn for the socks and the cookbooks tonight, we'll put everybody's names back in before we draw for the grand prize of getting to plan a service with Reverend Luke. So, now to kick off the night, we're going to invite our choir to set the tone for this variety show of an evening. And they will be singing Gathering the Spirit by Carrie Newcomer.
I can't explain it. I couldn't if I tried. How the only things we carry are the things we hold inside. Like a day in the open, like love we won't forget. Like laughter that you started and it hasn't died down yet. So let it go. My love, my truest sail on silver wings. Life's a twinkling glass for certain, but it's such a fine thing. There's a gathering of spirits, there's a festival of friends. Take up where we left off when we all meet again.
Oh yeah, now didn't we? And don't we make it shine? Aren't we standing in the center of something rare and fine? Some glow like embers, like a light through colored glass. Some give it all in one great flame, throwing kisses as they pass. Let it go, my love, my truest sail on silver wings. Life's a twinkling glass for certain, but it's such a fine thing. There's a gathering of spirits, there's a festival of friends. And we'll take up where we left off when we all meet again. Just east of Eden, but there's heaven in our midst, and we're never really all that far from those we love and miss. Wade out in the water, there's a glory all around, and the wisest say there's 1,000 ways to kneel and kiss the ground. Sail on silver wings, life's a twinkling glass for certain, but it's such a fine thing. There's a gathering of spirits, there's a festival of friends, and we'll take up where we left off when we all meet again. And we'll take up where we left off when we all meet again.
Thank you to our soloists, Phil Wheeler, Linda Ortiz, and Joe Lobel. And To those of you in the choir who didn't RSVP, I saw you downstairs. Did you not think you were going to come and sing tonight? Just saying. You took that pretty seriously, just show up anyway. But I think it's okay. So our second performer tonight is Justin Meyer. He's going to be performing Shell Shocked. He was such a big hit at the coffee house. Is that right, Justin? Yeah? That we've asked for an encore so more people could see him. So, thank you, Justin.
That's my fam, I'll hold them down forever. Us against the world, we can battle whoever. Together ain't no way we gon' fail. You know I got your back, just like a turtle shell. Nobody do it better. All my brothers tryna get some cheddar. We all wanna cut like the shredder. Me and my bros come together for the dough. Bought the orange Lamborghini, call it Michelangelo. With the nunchuck dough, and I'm pulling up slow. When we fall up in the party, they know anything goes. Check my Rolex, they say I'm the man of the hour. All this green in my pockets, you can call it turtle power. For when we fight together, knock knock, you about to get shell shocked. For when we ride together, knock knock, you about to get shell shocked. For when we fight together, knock knock, you about to get shell shocked. Family can.
I'm seeing an auction item in the future for anybody who wants to learn how to dance like Justin. I'm just saying, I bet you that'd go for some pretty big dollars there for the church. The next performer tonight is, the next song tonight is Hallelujah. Where's Phil? He's hiding. So Phil Wheeler, Beth Atkinson. Oh, Julio. I know, I just forgot your last name. Julio Vega, Lori Helmers, and Jane Foote. I think that there might be some other lyrics floating around out there. All about participation this evening. So, thank you.
Okay, so while these guys are setting up, I'm going to share an email I got from Phil on Tuesday. Lori, apparently there is somebody somewhere whose email address is lori.helmers instead of helmers.lori, because my email did not bounce back. I assume she's very confused. So I just got the lyrics and found out I'm joining this group, and I hope others are singing.
Me too.
Oh, yay! Okay, all right, very good. Okay.
Several of you have lyric sheets. Your part is to come in on the Hallelujah. Applies across the board. Can you hear me?
Summer on a sunny day, the cows all sing in praise of hay, but you don't really care for music, do ya? It goes like this, a bellowed call of gratitude for grass and wool, a blessed bovine song of Hallelujah, 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 Hallelujah. You saw that heifer in the grass, your stomach's churned, your heart beat fast, the feelings in your bovine soul confused ya. Though you you were just a moonstruck calf. You bellowed love on her behalf, and from your lips she drew a hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. You saw her in the dairy there. Her milk was white, her face was fair. Her beauty and the moonlight overthrew ya. She seemed indifferent, unaware. She had a perfect dairy air, an air of wholesome farm fresh. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. When you're a cow, it's in your blood. You don't say much, just chew your cud. You never lie, though some may misconstrue ya. You do your best, you and your ilk, converting grasses into milk, with nothing on your tongue but hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Oh, that was quick. Good job. So as you can tell for the evening, we've been kind of aiming for that interactive, everybody kind of working together. So I don't know if you saw your to-do list for the evening. They were hanging down there. It was take a selfie, hashtag #FirstUUGiving. If you have not done that yet, it is not too late. It is still downstairs. Please use the hashtag, because then we can search and put it on our Facebook page for the church. If you don't know what a hashtag is, don't worry about it. You're okay. Color something. So if you notice down in the foyer, there's a couple different art projects. One was done by Greg Wimmer, the large one on canvas. It's an interactive art project that I asked Greg to do it and to have everybody contribute to putting color on it, and it will be hanging up somewhere around the church. We just haven't quite figured out where yet. But there's also some small ones, 8.5 by 11, that Julie Larson Keller did, that are kind of scattered about down there too. So feel free to take one of those if you haven't. And I'm so happy that these wonderful artists were able to share that talent. The next thing is share on the Why I Give wall. Okay, this is my pet project that I've been saying, and they've hung up there. Please write on there. We want to know why everybody gives and contributes to this church, be it time, talent, or treasures, because we're all here for a reason tonight. It's not like you're thinking, oh, I have nothing better to do on a Saturday night than go to church. Well, me probably, but or sit at home and watch TV on a Saturday night. But we're all here because we want to be here. And so think of why you're here tonight, think of why you came, and write that down there so everybody can see why we all love this community so much. I am going to do, while Myatt's getting set up, I'm going to do 2 more drawings. I won't pick on Dave again this time. I'll pick on Carmen.
Pam Millen.
Is Pam here tonight? No, I didn't. No. Yep, Millen. And we'll do one more. Oh, Laurel Phelps Bowman. Do you want your socks right now, Laurel? Do you want to put your socks on right now? was calling Maya Dion all night, our resident Dion, because that is who originated the song, but Myatt disagrees with me. You're going to fill everybody in? All right, I'll let Myatt take over next and share his talent with us.
Not yet, Art.
Good evening, everyone. No. My name is James, and I'm Robin's brother. Let that sink in. All right, and I think I have a compadre to my act. Is he coming? Yes, come on in, the door's open. Hello? Everyone, this is Art Garfunkel. And I've been practicing all week, and I apologize, but my fingers just can't seem to remember how to form a C chord, so that's why Art's here.
It's one of the 6 chords I know.
All righty. Here's my story, it's sad but true. There we go. It's about a girl that I once knew, Miss Sue Williams. Took my love and ran around with Phil Wheeler at Carleton College. I said, hey, bum-ba-da-da-da, hey, bum-ba-da-da-da, hey, bum-ba-da-da-da, hey. Aww. Yeah, I should have known it from the very start that this girl can break my heart. I miss her lips and the smile on her face. But people, you don't cry like I do. I said, hey, bum-ba-da-da, hey, bum-ba-da-da. Here's the moral of the story from a guy who knows. I fell in love and my love still grows. Ask any fool that she ever knew, and they'll say, keep away from Runaround Sue. Hey, bum-ba-da-da-da, hey, bum-ba-da-da-da, she goes out with other guys. That's it.
James, Art, thank you very much. Sue, I think you get a little bit of a thank you in that one as well. So next up is Jane Foote. I'm going to let her introduce her song because it is an original song. I hadn't realized you'd be following another original song, so Might have split you up if I had known that. So, thank you, Jane.
Hi. So the reason you don't know the name of the song is because I'm still deciding, but you know, it's all good, right? This has been quite a winter, hasn't it? Yeah. So I've written 5 new songs. Nothing else to do besides shovel. I might as well write music, right? So there are 2 that I can't decide. So do you want the one that's more rehearsed, or do you want the one I wrote last night at 11 p.m.? My kind of people, that's all I can say. So some of you have seen Carl, the famous guitar player Carl. And so since Carl and I started playing a little bit now and then, he's taught me really fun things on the guitar. How many of you play guitar? All right, please notice, I'm putting the capo on backwards on the 2nd fret. We had an old-fashioned at Redwood Room and then came home and kind of made stuff up on the guitar, so that's what this happened. And I walk to work, and I was walking to work this last week. It was a little bit, like this in the ice, but on the way home yesterday, the water was amazing, isn't it? Don't ask Sue. Her basement's a little flooded, but, and I got to thinking, well, the song sounded like melting to me. We sat on the couch and it sounds like melting, so it's a melty song. But I was thinking about how we're ever changing, aren't we? I mean, think of the millions and bajillions of snowflakes, and they go from that fluffy kind, whenever that was, the polar vortex, Snowmageddon time, to that crunchy kind that we kind of have now, and it freezes and thaws, and yet we're all kind of heading to the stream, right? So that's kind of the inspiration of this song, and it's called Ever Changing. And I know you're a very forgiving group, so if the guitar's not quite right, having a new song is like having a newborn child, and you have to kind of talk to that child so it behaves out in public, and we haven't really done that yet. Anyway. Thank you, Myatt. Okay. He actually would add a lot to this, but we'll see how it goes. Like slow and steady melting of this hard and crusty snow, we are changing, ever changing as we go. As rushing of the water finds its way to flow, we are changing, ever changing as we go. For each and every snowflake finds its way within the stream, and feelings can't be held now any more than any dreams. So we pass both in and through while touching others on our way. We are changing, changing every day. Sorry. We feel this deep down longing to release and find a way to become our next best version, and we can't quite stay the same. And what if just like springtime we are waiting to break free? We are changing, ever changing, so it seems. We feel this deep down longing to release and find a way to become our next best version, 'cause we can't quite stay the same. And what if just like springtime we are waiting to break free? We are changing, ever changing every day. Can't quite find the words to say how much it means to know we are changing as we go. You've brought me close to be the one that I've come to know, and and I am changing as I go. Somewhere there's a mystery that I can't quite yet define. It's like springtime that's insisting that the snow must now resign. And you have me to an answer that I could not find alone. I am changing as I go. Just like snow, we're melting of this hard and crusty snow. We are changing as we go. As the rushing of the water tries to find its way in flow, we are changing as we go.
Thank you, Jane. And I'm seeing another auction item, your 24-hour song.
So I'm doing we could auction off a song of your choice. I'll write you one. How's that sound? We're doing a house concert.
House
at
concert?
Kay's house, April 13th. So you'll hear the rest of the new songs on that night. How's
All
that?
right. Well, thank you. Man, that was easy. So one of the things that was a reoccurring theme in all of our stewardship meetings was NPR. Well, what does NPR do? Hence the socks. Just saying. So as part of that, I would like to interrupt your regularly scheduled program for a brief announcement.
Are you enjoying your programming tonight? Wouldn't you like to see more great programs like this on your church chancel? Would not this be something you'd enjoy? Well, operators are standing by. Well, not really. Anyway, an update from the Stewardship Committee. We have over 100 pledge units in already after tonight, 30 of them tonight. So we're well on our way. If you haven't turned yours in, opportunity is still there. We'll be there afterwards. Someone will be there. Perhaps Amy, perhaps another pair of socks, we don't know. And we'll be back tomorrow morning as well to try to finish things up as much as we can. So we're doing well. Thank you all for coming out tonight. And now we'll return to our regularly scheduled talent show.
But we are, wait. We are going to give out another prize right now, and since Joe is up here.
Sure. So exciting.
Joe Lobel, no.
Oh, these will look good on him. Mark Brutinel.
Mark, I will write your name down. I said I will write your name down and we'll get you your prize. It should be arriving shortly in the mail. Next, I'd like to invite, fresh off back-to-back performances last Sunday morning here, Aiden Egler. Okay, this is Aiden's sax mashup, and listen carefully, see if you can figure out any of the songs. No, like in a good way. Don't laugh at me. I meant what I said. I think we could have called that Through the Decades. And it's good that he saved the one from the 60s for the last when everybody started singing along. So thank you so much, Aiden. I'd like to invite Phil Wheeler and Beth Atkinson. Who else is coming up for this one? Julio? And Jane? Oh my gosh, they keep coming, keep coming. And I am gonna let Phil, I don't know, do you want me to give away the title of this one, or do you wanna? What? Yeah, okay, that's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna let Phil introduce this one.
Some of you may be familiar with this song. It's a song occasioned by a zoning complaint, one of the very few. But Stephanie Podolke, a county commissioner, a member of the Notting Wild Onions, got a call late one night from an irate citizen who was upset about banning roosters in the residential neighborhoods in the rural areas of Olmsted County. And she wanted to know, what are you going to do about all those lesbian chickens? Shrilly, she wondered. And Stephanie tried to talk her down and was unsuccessful. But she did ask that we write a song about it, and so here we go. You're going to start it, right? The county has banned all the roosters from chicken coops in neighborhoods. One of the neighbors is worried those hens might be up to no good. Those hens might be up to no good, no good. Those hens might be up to no good. One of the neighbors is worried those hens might be up to no good. The neighbor has issues with poultry. She's looking for someone to sue. Times since a rooster, she wonders what lesbian chickens might do. What lesbian chickens might do, what lesbian chickens might do. In the absence of roosters, she wonders what lesbian chickens might do. Turns out that without any roosters, the hens seem to get along fine. They lay all their eggs in the morning, and the rest of the day they sip wine. The rest of the day they sip wine, the rest of the day they sip wine. They lay all their eggs in the morning, and the rest of the day they sip wine. Despite lacking rooster role models, the children are doing all right. The cocks are sufficiently cocky, and the chicks are exceedingly bright. The chicks are exceedingly bright, that's right, the chicks are exceedingly bright. The cocks are sufficiently cocky, and the chicks are exceedingly bright. So here's to the lesbian chickens on the right side of history again. For equal rights for all poultry, let's hear it for lesbian hens. Let's hear it for lesbian hens again. Let's hear it for lesbian hens. For equal rights for all poultry, let's hear it for lesbian hens. Thank you. Just want to say, Joe Bly and I were playing at Charlie's Eatery one night. Nobody else was there except for the crowd and two of us. Somebody asked, do you know any Irish songs? Yes, we do. Thank you very much.
Although I'm wondering if you have any vegetarian songs. I mean, you've sung about cows and chickens.
Well,
so,
cow puja kind of.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It kind of, yeah, animal, yes. They're all very loving about animals. Maybe they are both about vegetarians. I don't know. Next up for the evening is our choir director and best dressed man of the night, Joe Mish. He will be performing, now I'm going to get this wrong, is it Gigue?
Gigue.
Gigue. Movement from Bach's first cello solo.
So first you get a 6/8 song from Ireland,
with Lesbian Chickens. Now you get a 6/8 song that's a jig, probably originally from Ireland, passed through the French, and then written by a German guy like, 350 years ago.
Do you enjoy listening to classical NPR? Thanks, Joe. We're a well-rounded congregation here, aren't we? So it is time to draw again. John?
Glenn Van Lanningham.
Ooh, okay. Glenn is gonna rock those socks, just saying. So next up is our church lady. Think more along the lines of like Lutheran basement church lady than like Dana Carvey. So I'd like to invite the church lady. Okay, Luke did this to me once on a Sunday morning when I was worship associate. Like the prelude's going, and I'm like, where is the church lady?
So I can run from one end to the other. Oh, now just a minute here. I got to get myself set up. And they said the lectern would be here. Well, if you want to do something right, you got to do it yourself. There we go. Well, as I was saying, it's been a very busy day here at the church for me. Now, it all started this morning at about 8 o'clock. That's when we had Bible study in Pastor's office. Now, we started the book, The Song of Solomon today, and I wasn't going to miss that one. Well, those verses are just so inspirational. Let me share a few of my favorites with you. What a lovely filly you are, my love. How lovely your cheeks with your hair falling down upon them. How stately your neck, and your rounded thighs are like jewels. Well, it sure beats the heck out of reading about Job. Well, then let's see, from Bible study, well, then I had to just hustle my bustle right up to the classrooms. You know, I had to set up all the sewing machines, because that's where every Saturday for 2 hours we do our quilts for curlers. Now, that was Sonia Christensen's idea. See, her nephew, Lars Gustafsson, well, he almost made the Olympic U.S. curling team. And she said, you know, to watch those boys just burning up and making a sweat pushing those brooms, well, she was worried they'd get a chill or something, see? So we decided we'd make them all quilts. So if you know any curlers, not the kind you put in your hair, well, you just let us know, because we have quilts all ready to go, okay? Oh, then let's see from there. Well, I had just to scoot my little caboose down to the kitchen because it was the CCCC meeting. That's the Church Committee on Communion Cooking. So see, tomorrow we have communion, so we had to get all those wafers ready, you know. Now, I told the girls, I said, why don't we just go down to Walmart and get a couple boxes of Ritz? I mean, everything sits good on a Ritz, and everybody likes them. Well, wouldn't you know, Sonia Christensen, now she's the chairwoman, and just between you and me, I think her nose is a little out of joint. Well, no, she says that's not good enough. We have to have everything baked right here fresh in the kitchen. Well, so then we had to do a batch of, let's see, whole wheat, you know, wafers, because we have some members in the congregation, you know, they need a little fiber to get things going. And then we had to have some wafers that were low sodium, because, you know, some of y'all have high blood pressure. Well, and then we had to make a whole batch of those GF wafers. Well, now that makes sense, because, you know, in a church, everybody really should be gluten-free. I'm vibrating. I think. Sorry. That's my cell phone here. I better take it. It could be urgent church business. Oh, hi there, Hans. Oh my goodness, yes, it's a good thing I took this one. It's from the pastor. It's a text here. Just a minute, and let me check this out here. It says, could you stop up in the office in private and help me learn how to have my discipline slaps? Oh, discipleship! Oh dear. Well, no, now I just can't deal with that right now. No, we have too much business here. This is too important. Because you see, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to call to order the meeting of my favorite group here at the church, and that's the Women's Association for the Advancement of Cultural Opportunities. We call it WACO. And I'm the president! So, well, oh my, now ladies, I see we have lots of Olies and Svens out there with us tonight. Well, that can only mean one thing, right? Yeah, sure. Well, that means ice fishing season is over and they don't have anywhere else to go. So now ladies, don't you be sharing the secret handshake and password with them, okay? But it's okay, guys, that you stay here because, well, you came on a good night because we're having our special luncheon afterwards, and I made a real special treat for all of you. So you be sure to stick around and have some, okay? Now, for this part, I need a little help. Let's see. There's Karen Schulkeson here to help us out. Karen, where's your hat? Now, we talked about this. Karen, you know we can't come to a meeting of the cultural organization without a hat. Good grief, I always have to do everything myself. It's a good thing I was thinking ahead now, see, so I brought you. Good thing, that's a good thing. Now, you be sure your glasses are on, because you know you mix up those sharps and naturals all the time. All right, now just give me a minute here while I get my my presidential speaking voice. Me. Okay, we're ready. Ladies today. The garden club and the weaving class, I'm sure, have much to say. But this night is our culture night, our biggest, best event. And I just made a dish for you you'll all find heaven sent. It's my lime jello marshmallow cottage cheese surprise. Oh, with rings of pimento, you won't believe your eyes. All topped with a pineapple ring and a dash of mayonnaise. My vanilla wafers around the edge will win your highest praise. And Mrs. Jones is making scones filled with peanut mousse, to be followed by a chicken mold that's made in the shape of a goose. Now, for ladies who must watch those pounds, we found a special dish: strawberry ice enshrined in rice with bits of tuna fish. And my light jello marshmallow cottage cheese surprise, truly a creation description defies, will go so well with Mrs. Bell's creation of the week: shrimp salad topped with chocolate sauce and garnished with a leek. And Mrs. Perkins' walnut loaf that's crowned with melted cheese was such a hit last culture night, we say no seconds, please. Now you must try her hot dog pie with candied mushroom slices. Now those ladies who resigned last year, well, they just don't know what nice is. And my lime jello marshmallow cottage cheese surprise, I did not steal that recipe. It's lies, I tell you, lies. A grand award, a picture hat, and a salmon sequin gown to any girl who tries each dish and keeps her whole lunch down. I'm sure you all are waiting for the biggest news, dessert. We've thought of things in molds and rings your diet to subvert. You must try our chocolate layer cake with a peanut brittle base and slices of banana to make a happy face. Around the edges, peppermints just swimming in peach custard with luscious little curlicues of lovely yellow mustard. If all this is too much for you, permit me to advise more lime jello marshmallow cottage cheese surprise. I made heaps.
Well, thank you, church lady.
Now, speaking as myself, I made this morning because they said you'd be eating dessert after the talent show. You will be eating this. So stop by. It's cream cheese and lime jello and pureed pears and Cool Whip, and topped with marshmallows. Now, what's not to like?
Or as I like to say, the Midwest, the only place in the world where salads have marshmallows. Thank you again, Miss Church Lady.
Oh, you're welcome.
And that does bring me to one housekeeping item. If you did bring a dessert tonight to share, please make sure to pick up your leftovers on the way out. It will really help with cleanup, so please make sure to do that as well. Now I get to say the Nodding Wild Onions get to come up, because I know everybody who will be on stage for this one.
Good evening, everybody. This is an imported song by an imported person, which is yours truly. It's a very popular song, but we are going to need help with numbers. There was this guy who was really, really good in drawing, but he decided to make some counterfeit money. So he showed it to his friend, and he said, well, what do you think about this bill? And he said, well, the signs look great, color looks awesome, everything looks just super. There's a little problem. The problem is that instead of a 20, he made an $18 bill. So he said, you know what, why don't you go across the street with bartender? That bartender's not too clever either. Ask him if he could break it for you. So he went across the street and he said, well, sir, could you break this $18 bill? He said, oh, $18 bill, not a problem. How would you like it? Would you like 2 9s or 3 6s? So numbers again. What we're going to do is we're going to count 1 to 4, but we're going to give you a crash lesson in Spanish. I'm sure you guys know this one. So uno means 1, 2 means dos. See, there you go. See, that is good. That is good. Okay. So when Phil start going with that, then we'll keep going. I'll make the signs for you. Maestro. Para bailar la bamba, se necesita una poca de gracia y otra cosita, y arriba, y arriba. Ay, arriba, y arriba, y arriba iré. Yo no soy marinero, soy capitán, soy capitán, soy capitán. Bamba, 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 bamba. Para ser mi cuñado se necesita que me des a tu hermana, la más bonita, y arriba, y arriba. Ay, arriba, y arriba, y arriba iré. Yo no soy marinero, soy capitán, soy capitán, soy capitán. Bamba, 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 bamba. Para subir al cielo se necesita una escalera grande y otra chiquita, y arriba, y arriba. Ay, arriba, y arriba, y arriba iré. Yo no soy marinero, soy capitán, soy capitán, soy capitán. Bamba, 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 bamba. Thank you.
Thank you. So we're going to first do drawings 7 and 8 for the evening. These will be our last 2 drawings for socks tonight. Beth, are you up for this?
Paul Scanlon. Roxanne Schlesner.
Is Roxanne still here? No. Okay. So, as I said, we'll be putting everybody's names back in. So the last 2 items on my to-do list for the evening were eat yummy food and attend the talent show, or variety show, I should say. So thank you to everybody for contributing to those 2 things. And something I should have put on there but didn't, and people listened anyway, was turn in your pledge cards. So thank you so much for getting those turned in tonight. Especially the members of the search or not the search team, the stewardship team and the staff who had not turned theirs in, so thank you. I'm included in that one, so. Thank you to Monday's Chalice Circle for their help, to all the other little elves and people who helped in the kitchen and with pizza and with punch and setting up and cleaning up tonight and making sure that everything is taken care of. And that brings me back, if you read that wonderfully written article in Grace Notes this month about what it means to be a steward of this church, it's about way more than giving money. It's about taking care of a place. And that's what we've done today. We've taken care of each other. We've celebrated time and talents. We've celebrated together. And I don't know, I think it's been a success. So if you're interested in joining next year, and if I don't get fired from being team leader for stewardship, make sure to see me. And I'd love to talk more about it. I'm hoping that it is as much as a success as I think it is. And I guess, was that my humble brag? Is that the word? And just to show how much fun we had as a team this year, we have a little show and tell of our first meeting that we had back in January.
Minutes, Jody. Some minutes for you. Thank you. Amy, you have yours?
I have mine highlighted.
Richard, minutes for you.
This is how it was, too. We had assigned seats.
So Luke and I set this date way back in August, which means that we can't change March 16th, even though my daughter has a tournament in Mankato that day. So I'm gonna hurry you back as soon as possible. But what we really need to do right now is plan something big, something that is going to make people so happy they are going to ratchet up their pledges for next year. And it needs to be something spectacular.
I know, let's have it at the Rochester Event Center to accommodate the crowds. I'll call into my 67 connections and see if I can get a good rate on the rental.
No, that's too extravagant. We just need to be, I don't know, entertaining.
Maybe Joe could recruit Ella Van Lanningham and the AARP tax aides. They could do a precision dance number. They could talk about the service they provide to seniors and show how we do social justice in the community. Yeah. The Rockettes number would provide the entertainment, and they already have matching shirts.
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, Ella is the only one who could do those high kicks. The rest of us would fall right off the chancel. But I have a better idea. We could make a celebration that's March 16th. I've got St. Pledget's Day. Hilarious, right? Get it? St. Pledget's Day, St. Patrick's Day.
I don't think
Great, right?
No. What I think is we need wine. Lots of wine. I mean, the libations just open up people's pocketbooks.
No, Amy, we can't have wine. It's a multi-generational event. We don't want the kids seeing us getting sloshed.
All right. I mean, then how are we going to get them to feel generous and giving so we can pay for all of the important things in our budget?
Well, we'll offer prizes, like on NPR, iPads, large screen TVs. Surely they'll raise their pledges.
We do not have money for that, but socks. People will do anything for cute socks.
If they're cute enough.
I have an idea. Instead of raising pledges, how about we just cut expenses? Sure. We could save a lot of money by letting Luke go.
No way.
I told Luke that I didn't sign myself this part. We could hire one of those online ministers
Well, everything is techie these days.
who can't preach or sing. They'd be cheap.
No.
Well, we could save a little money if we didn't buy that fair trade coffee.
No.
We could do instant.
No.
I got a louder response than what Luke.
We need to remind people what it is they love about our church and why we all need to pledge to support this wonderful community and its mission of service, social justice, and spiritual growth.
That is a great idea, Jody. If we only had someone who could lead us in a song.
Hello.
Where have you
Sorry,
been?
I was late. I was at this weird meeting where they talked about hiring an online minister, saving a lot of money.
Oh, yeah, that was a funny one, wasn't it?
Well, maybe. So we've got some words for you, because you can't end any church gathering without singing together. So I invite you to look at the screen for a wonderful song, and I invite any musicians, technical or at heart, in body or spirit, to join us on the chancel and play along. And you all get to sing. It's a joyful noise, they say, however you would like to sing. This church is your church, this church is my church. From the tabernacle to the sanctuary, from the redwood playground to the stained glass window. This church is made for you and me. Each time I walk in, there's a name tag. I see the greeters, I feel their welcome. Rising below me, the smell of coffee is your church, this church is my church. From the children's chapel to the sanctuary, from the redwood playset to the stained glass window, this church was made for you and me. This church is your church, this church is my church. From the children's chapel to the stained glass library, from the redwood playset to the children's window, this church was made for you and me.
I think Robin and Joe wrote that on Tuesday. And I think it needs to become a yearly thing. I don't know. I think it's pretty spectacular. So thank you for that. So before the choir's proclamation to us at the end of this evening, we will draw for the sermon. Okay. Here, Robin.
Karen Trewartha Weiner.
Did you know what you were getting into when you turned your pledge form in? You could probably gift it if you really wanted to. Well, she's pointing at her husband. So that's okay. Yeah. That was my intent. So I cannot say thank you enough to everybody who came out tonight. By my calculations, there were over 120 to 130 people here, if not more, because, people come and go and move, and you can't always count them. So thank you so much. Thanks to the team. If you haven't turned your pledge card in, please do so. There are blank forms down by the table. There might be a couple pairs of socks held back for those who might turn their pledge forms in tomorrow. So there is still a chance. And if you haven't turned your pledge form in by the end of March, one of our board members or finance committee or stewardship team members will be giving you a call just to check in and see how things are going. So, all right, without further ado, the choir. So, as the choir says, go out and preach kindness and pick up your desserts on the way. See everybody tomorrow, bright and early. Thank you.